Alright, let's dive into something that's been making headlines lately, and honestly, it's about time. The UK government just announced they are opening mental health support centres in places like banks and libraries. Yeah, you heard that right. Banks and libraries. Personally, I think this is one of those ideas that's so simple, it's genius. What makes this really interesting is the shift in approach. Instead of waiting for people to reach a crisis point, they are bringing support to where people already are. It's like, why didn't we think of this sooner? Now, let's break this down. These walk-in centres are part of a bigger plan to redesign mental health services in England. The government's throwing £343 million behind this, and they are promising 100 new community mental health centres and 59 dedicated mental health emergency departments. That's huge. But here's the thing, what many people don't realise is that this isn't just about adding more locations. It's about changing the entire system. Right now, if you're in a mental health crisis, your only option is often a busy A&E. And let's be real, A&E is the last place anyone in that situation wants to be. These new centres are designed to be calm, therapeutic spaces where people can get assessed quickly. From my perspective, this is a game changer. One thing that immediately stands out is the accessibility. You don't need a referral to get help. That's massive. If you take a step back and think about it, this removes a huge barrier for people who might be hesitant to seek help. It's like, hey, you're already at the library or running errands, why not pop in and talk to someone? This raises a deeper question, though, will people actually use these services? Stigma around mental health is still a thing, and while this is a great step, it's only part of the solution. Another detail I find fascinating is the timing. The first centres are set to open this autumn, with more rolling out in 2027. That's pretty quick for government action, and it shows how urgent this issue is. According to NHS figures, over 2.36 million people in England had an open referral for mental health services, as of May 2026. That's a 20% increase in just 2 years. What this really suggests is that the demand is there, and it's growing. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Prime Minister Andy Burnham called these centres a lifeline, and I think he's spot on. But here's where I'm a bit skeptical, will this be enough? £343 million sounds like a lot, but when you're talking about overhauling an entire system, it's just a drop in the bucket. In my opinion, this is a great start, but it's not the endgame. We need more funding, more staff, and more awareness. What this really highlights, though, is the shift in how we are thinking about mental health. It's not just about treating crises, it's about prevention. Brian Dow from Rethink Mental Illness said these centres can help people access support earlier, and I couldn't agree more. If you can catch issues before they escalate, you're not just saving lives, you're saving resources. So, here's my closing thought, this is a promising step, but it's just that, a step. Mental health care is still a massive challenge, and while these centres are a brilliant idea, they are not a magic bullet. What do you think? Is this the kind of innovation we need, or is it too little, too late? Let me know in the comments, I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep the conversation going.